All right, welcome back. This will be the official first video of building something. So what we have here is Impossible Puzzles by Benno de Groot. He has 3D printed puzzles and he also has wood puzzles. And we're going to focus on the wood. I do have three 3D printers as well, so we may branch out into those. Something like this looks like it's 3D printed, so is this one. But anyway, so we go over here, we go to building plans, not puzzles. Puzzles are the ones where he's already built them and you buy them. So what we're going to start out with is we're going to start with something somewhat simple. So we're going to start out with the button box. Laser cut file building plan is here. So if you open it up, he tells you about it, 10 steps. Of course, PayPal, awesome. Means your purchase is, more or less secure because you don't have to pay him directly through some weird thing. PayPal's fine. He even gives you the solution right here. Tells you about it, shows you how the mechanism works. Not all of them have the mechanism. Most of his stuff has how to open it, but he actually shows you how it works, and it tells you what you need: glue and sanding paper. Awesome. So he's using 4mm wood, and I don't know what the hell I'm using, 1/8 of an inch. I'm not too proud to say I can't do the math, so we will go 1/8 of an inch in millimeters. All right, I have 3.175. All right, so I have 3.175 millimeters. So that means, using a calculator, 3.175. You want to take your project wood, divide that by the project size, which is 4, or by the original plan size, which is 4mm, and then you want to multiply that by 100. So I want to scale the project 79.375. That will give me the proper size for all the joints and everything to fit together. So that math is simple. You just take your current wood size that you want to use, divide that by the wood size the plan calls for, and then you multiply that by 100. Now we'll get to that in just a second here. So okay, so I have the plans. I already purchased them. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I don't really need my grid, but we are going to discard all my changes there, but we are going to keep the grid open right here. We don't really need the cam open at the moment. So, all right, so I have the laser bed right here. And in a minute, I'm going to have to go out and I'm going to adjust the laser and, the head of the laser, because it's actually set for coasters, which is on my spoil board there, which has this grid printed on it. So anyway, we are going to import, and we want to go back Lightburn files. We want the button box. So he has 2 files. So we're going to open the SVG. All right. So we have that. I can show you part of his plans. I do know I can do that. And that's not what we want. We want Lightburn files, button box. There we go. These are all stored on a server, by the way. So I can access it from my virtual machine. It's not a virtual machine. It's actually using a stick PC. So here's the button box. So here you can see we have the introduction, and all right, he is set for 450 by 275. So the first thing we need to do is make sure the project is scaled correctly, which it's not. See? So we want to go 450 by 275. So that's the proper scale of this particular project. Which, damn, it's gigantic. I don't even know if I have that much wood. I got several of these sheets, but I don't know if I have this much wood. This video may be a bust. So anyway, okay, so now we already decided that 79.375 is the scale. So we click this little double arrow thing here, which opens this up. All right, all right, we want to go 79.375, 79.375. There we go. That's the size. That's what we have. That's what it's supposed to be right now, which is definitely larger than I have. So all right. So over here, okay. So awesome. Is this a dual layer? No. Okay, it's one line. It's one line. Cool. Uh, That works for me. So we have the fill line, or we have line and fill. All right, so we want to get rid of his frame. Oh, that's my tool. Hold on. We don't want to show his wait, we want that. We don't want the frame. Okay, so everything gets cut then. All right. Like I said, remember, beginner. um, oh wait, that's set to cut. We want to get rid of that. We want to make sure that this is set to cut. There we go. This is what we need to cut. All this stuff right here, which definitely looks bigger than the amount of space I have. So give me a second here. Where's my camera? All right. I will be right back because I don't have a microphone outside or a portable one to wear with me. I'm going to go out and I'm going to adjust the laser. And then from here, we're going to start adjusting where the start point is, etc. And see if what I tend to do is I tend to delete parts from the project and then print what I can, Control Z back, and then delete those that I printed and, adjust and print more. So hold on a second. I'll be right back. All right. Let's see. Can I pull the camera control off? Yes, I can. Okay, cool. There's no real good place to put it, though, where you can actually still see it. Because it is a virtual machine. Or not a virtual machine, but a remote connection. So I can't actually go off screen with it. So, all right. So what we're going to do is we are now going to home it. I do have these switches. By the way, this is a SculptFun S30. It says 10-watt laser, but it's actually 11 watts from what I can understand, or what I could tell. So we will frame it real quick, which it's going to be way, way off. See, there we go. Yeah, that's going to be huge. Okay. So we're going to go back to cuts and layers. I'm going to turn that layer back on so I can grab it, which actually grabs everything. I'm going to have to do something about this camera. So using the arrow keys, I can just drag it. But I'm just going to use the arrow keys, and we're just going to pop it over a little bit there. Let's see here. I don't want to redock it. But I also want you to be able to see what's going on without causing me too much of an issue. All right, let's frame it again. Right now, I'm just interested in left to right. Okay, so it's definitely way too big. Vertically, it looks like I have more than enough space. Let's try this. Yeah, I could just go out there and move the actual board to where the laser is currently sitting. I mean, that would, be a little more efficient than sitting here going tap, 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 tap. And I'm going to go out and double check this before I actually get started. But I'm wondering if I should start at the top edge and then move these parts down below. I'm thinking that may be wiser. I should have seen where I actually placed that. But, like I said, beginner, live and learn. Yeah, see, I can go up a lot higher. Let's drag this down. Go up here. Let's frame that again. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Okay. All right, so that's too high now. Bring it down. Okay, so we're getting close. Let's try that again. I only did like 3 down this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it. Well, actually, I'm just going to stop it. I'm going to go out and see where that laser is on that wood. See how many I need to get down now. All right, it's actually just near the top. I can probably go up 2, and that should take care of that. Because the laser was just about at the top edge. Okay, well, apparently it doesn't like to pause. So let's frame it again. I'm going to just triple check, So we'll stop it right there. All right, that is right there on the edge. Okay, so now we can move this back over to here. And we can figure out what to do with the rest of this stuff. So, let's see, we're going to go back to cuts and layers. Thought I had the box turned on. Oh, I do. The green box. There it is. So we are now going to ungroup everything. But he does everything in like individual lines like that. So, that makes it a bit difficult. These are going to be the longest parts right here. So what we want to do is take those, but then don't forget to make sure you get everything. Holding down Control, I can grab these missing lines. Maybe grab the missing lines. There we go. I think that's got it. Yep. And we can place those really close like that. Oops. Control Z to get out of that one. And take him. Move him there. Odds are I'm probably going to have to move these guys too. But you got to make sure you don't get your spoil board stuff in the way. And you make sure you get all this crap too. Yep, these little tiny ones too. Okay. And as you can see, I still missed something right there. Let's move you right up here. There we go. Now the board still might be too small for this. But what we're going to do is we're going to go back to laser and we are going to frame. Frame is your friend. No matter how you look at it, framing is your friend. Okay. So you can see it's definitely too much. It goes way down over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do exactly what I said I would normally do. And we're going to cut out half of this. We're just going to go ahead and delete that stuff right there. Oops. I want to make sure I get everything because I want to be able to Control Z to get it all back. Let's see here. I think those were separate, weren't they? Yeah, those are separate. So I want to be able to Control Z to get it all back, and then I can select these and delete those. So what we're going to do is we're going to reframe this, and this should be fine. Over. I may need to go to the right just a little bit. Yep, we need to go to the right just a little bit. Oh, see, we got a line right there. I completely forgot. So now I got to put it all back. But I know I'm going to delete that stuff anyway, so. Okay. All right, those are all separate still. I forgot a line somewhere over there, so. Okay. I might be able to print these guys. These ones. Just move it down there. I could probably do some more, but I'd really rather not. All right, that's got all that. Bring you over here. And let's frame that. Oh, I still got to go to the right a little bit. Forgot about that. I don't know if I have enough because it looks like it's pretty close to the right already. Okay, it's selecting my tool layer. Hold on. I don't need the tool layer at this point. I'm just going to go down one just to be safe. Go over 3. We'll see what happens. Okay, that should be fine there, but I need to make sure this left edge is good. It looks like it's good. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Yes, that left edge is good. Okay. Now we need to cut this. All right. I don't need that speed at that. So this is 1/8 inch. So if we open up, wrong page, we open this up, we can go here. There's actually, since it's a sculpt fund, there's actually a site that they, or a little list that they created. So I don't need 300 millimeter 2 passes at 100 because it's not 3 millimeter. Oh, what should I go with? I don't know if I can cut it at 12. I can always go more than once. So let's just jump that up to 85. Again, this is just me throwing fucking numbers out there. You know, I don't really know. I know what it takes to cut the 5 millimeter because that's what I did recently. That was a 300 speed at I forget what percentage, but anyway. Let's see here. It should just be this stuff. Yeah. Okay. So it's just gonna cut this. I need to turn off. I don't need to turn it off because it's not on the output. Only this is. Ooh, I gotta plug the air in. Hold on. All right, I had the air unplugged because I moved things around. Well, let's give this a shot, shall we? I mean, the worst that can happen is I have to run it twice. They were set to fill but weren't closed properly. Okay, all right. Are we on a fill? Because we don't want to fill. Why is why is it fill? Because we want to cut it. We don't want to fill anything. We want to cut them. So we just want a line. That's an issue I ran into in another file too. But let's go ahead and let's see what happens. All right, it's going to take 4 minutes. I'm gonna go watch it from outside, see what it looks like. All right, I was way off. Um, yeah, it's only like etching it. It's not cutting it. So yeah, we're gonna have to drop this down. I'm gonna do 300. We're gonna stick with 85, but we are slowing it down big time. I guess 11 watts isn't 10, 11 watts isn't as much as I thought it'd be. So I'm gonna go check it again. All right, yeah, that definitely cut it. You can't see it, but as soon as it was done, that piece right there kind of fell down a little bit. So it's definitely, um, I don't know. I could probably go a little faster or turn the power down a little bit, but this will definitely cut it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video at the moment because I mean you don't need to sit here and watch this for 15 minutes cutting this. So I'll start it back up once I pull the board off and put a new board on and set up the next section. All right, I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. It looks like it has finished our first set of cuts here. So I'm going to go out, check it out, maybe swap out the piece of wood for the next cuts. All right, sorry for all that silence there. Like I said, my microphone's inside, not outside. Okay, so as you can see, I got the pieces. Um, I had to put a little pair of pliers on the very end because the board is slightly warped. I'm gonna have to go back out and verify that the height is okay. But let's see, what were our settings here? 300 at 85 and it cut okay. So this is what we have here. I believe. Let's try to remember where we left off, right? So this is the stuff we want to keep. I wonder if there's a way to invert selection. There we go. We'll just do that. So here's our new selection. Okay. Let me go ahead and do a quick frame on this. All right, so I need to come down. Not sure if that's right or not. Oh, so I need to come down some more and to the right too. We'll go 3, down a bit. All right, that looks pretty damn close. So we're gonna frame it again. I'm gonna stop it at the top, right there, just to verify. Okay. All right. Looks like we might even be able to go up a couple more. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna do it one more time. Check it across the top. All right, it is right there at the top. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut it right there. So last time I had, what was it, 300 by 85. I don't think 87 is gonna make a big difference, but see the board's popped up a little bit here, but it is starting from back over here, and that's where, so it should be okay. I'm hoping. So what we're always gonna do is we're always gonna home it first. And then I'm gonna watch it when it goes, and if it moves that board at all when it goes over that spot, yeah, we're gonna stop it immediately and fix that. Oops. Okay, once again we run into that where we don't want fill, we want line. Don't know why they're like that. I'm sure there's a reason. I just don't know it. Okay, so it didn't hit that spot. And this is just a 7-minute burn because it's a smaller thing. So I'm going to pause the video because, again, I don't think you really need to sit here and watch it burn for 7 minutes. It's bad enough you sat there and watched me pull the parts off. But I wanted you to see that they fell apart pretty easily at this setting. So I will see you in just a few minutes. Well, for you a few seconds, or actually not at all. All right, that one is done. I've loaded up the next one, but I haven't set it up yet. It's just those, that must be like the top and bottom or something. I'm not sure, but I'm assuming that's what it is because there's like no design or anything on them. Now, we could add a design to it. Don't know what, but you could actually etch a design on it, whatever you felt like before you printed them out. So hold on, I'll be right back. So we have our next set of cuts. Never throw away your project wood. There's always use for more and more of that stuff. Every little piece, you never know when you might need to cut out a tiny little square, then you use one of your old pieces. Uh, all those little pieces I pull out, from in between, like the slats and stuff like that, I like to keep those. Um, Never know when you might need them. Okay, so, all right, so now we need to set this one up again. So again, we take a look at his video, or not his video, his description. It's 450 by 275. So 450 by 275. And then we wanted it to be 79.375. I'll take care of that. There we go. I always click in the box above or below after I enter it in, because one time I hit enter and I don't think it changed it, and I couldn't recall if it did or not. So I was like, what the hell? So okay, so first thing we're gonna do, um, yeah, we'll just get rid of the box around it like that. Oh wait, turned off the wrong thing. I'm gonna show that. I don't know why the box was set to print. Yeah, so you definitely got to watch out for stuff like that. So we want to cut that. So we are going to go to laser, and we are going to start by framing that. Okay, so it looks like we might be okay with what's left. Looks like if I come down here like this, that might be drastic. Let's see what it's got. Oh, it's not too bad. I wasn't too far off. I actually like the look of that. Let me go see where the start point is. Yep. Never trust the camera. Always verify. I need to go up about 2 or 3, like that. Okay, I could go straight to the very, very edge of the board, but I may be a little short or something, so it's not worth it. So it's just a little bit in and a little bit up. So this should be fine. Don't forget to change your settings to cut. So again, we don't want fill, we want line. I was 300, and I did like 87 last time or something. I don't know, it's good enough this time, I guess. We're gonna laser. We're gonna home it one more time here. I'm gonna frame it again. Okay, it never hurts to always, always, always check so you don't waste the board, because that's a lot to actually waste. Okay, so once this one's done cutting, we're going to go ahead and probably end the video here, just so you can see how I set it up and how they cut. You can see it's the S30 11 watt right here. These settings may be different for you. Um, it all depends on whether you have the air assist, if you've cleaned the focus head of of your nozzle there. All kinds of stuff can affect the performance and the cut. I found that out the hard way. After I cut some wood, I decided to etch some coasters, and the coasters weren't etching. Nothing was showing up. I completely forgot. I had to clean out the laser head. So anyway, like I said, once this is done, I'm going to create a second video and kind of go through the assembly. I'm not strictly allowed to. I don't think I'm allowed to completely show you how to assemble it, considering I'm not allowed to show you the directions. I'll show this in the first one too, and the only reason I'm showing this page is because this is taken pretty much directly from his web page, except for down here it says no part of the publication may be reproduced, distributed, or transmitted in any form by any means, including photocopying, recording, or any electronic. But again, like I said, this page is okay because this is actually directly on his website. It's like all he did was copy and paste it from his website onto this document. And of course, it also says, in case of brief quotations, embodied and critical. But the next page is where the actual assembly and all that begins. So I'll put sections together, show the video, the piece of, as I go, and we'll just go from there and we'll see what happens. All right. This should be finished. What's it got? A minute. So I know these videos are probably going to be a little boring, but hopefully these setups will help someone figure out who purchases these, what to do to get started. Again, there may be other ways to go about this, maybe quicker ways to go about this. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a beginner, and well, you could be a beginner or not. Doesn't really matter. One way or the other, as long as they're helpful to somebody, that's all that counts. All right. Come on. Almost done. So always practice safety when you're cutting. Underneath this honeycomb is actually a metal sheet. So it's not actually burning into the wood. It's actually, there's a metal sheet underneath there. So even though the laser is going through the wood, it's not hitting the wood underneath. All right. And with that and the loud noise of one of my servers firing up the fans in the background there, we will call this video a day. And I will see you in the next one where we assemble it. Have a good one.